How's it going, you spicy young individuals? Welcome to a new episode of Inside IUE Sports. I'm your host, Travis Lang, and with me today, we're going to talk all about golf. I have the men's golf coach with me today, John Gordon. John, how you doing?
Oh, great. Thanks, Travis.
So we have a lot of stuff to recap in this episode. Let's first talk about last season, spring 2019. How'd that go?
Went, as far as a team-wise, a little disappointing. As far as an individual, really well. Tyler Pearson, one of our two seniors last year, won the conference and qualified for our national event in Arizona. And we played Los Andes golf course down there, and he didn't play as well there as he would have liked, but it was really exciting experience for him. He went into our conference event where you qualify for the national event as the favorite, and that's hard to do. And he had a lot of support. That was one of the real neat things about Tyler, is everybody loved him. Everybody kind of knew he was the best player in the conference, and he had a lot of support even from other players on other teams, and that was really neat.
And I mean, golf is not really so much of a team sport because there's a lot of individual aspects, but you mentioned all of that support. How does that support affect a player like that?
It can go both ways. It can put unwanted pressure on you a little bit, or, it can motivate you. And, that's the thing about it, is if you're prepared like Tyler did an awesome job of preparing himself, it actually propels you to do better probably if you've practiced and are ready for it. And he went in and got the job done, and that was really special.
Well, congratulations to him.
Yes.
I mean, and you mentioned, we talked a little bit before, that this program has been in place for about 15 years or so.
Yes.
So there's a lot of history behind this sports program here.
Right. Since I've been coach since 2014, he's the second player to qualify as an individual to go to national. Joey Smart did it back in 2014, and Tyler just did it last year. We've yet to, I know a team before I got here reached the national event, and I'm pretty sure that's where it stands as far as going to nationals there.
Yeah. So with that success now, we move on to fall 2019. So it's not technically in the season, but it's still pretty important. You guys actually got first in the fall preview for the RSC. What was that season like?
Well, we started out, we hosted an event at Liberty. We didn't play our best there. We finished third. But what was really neat was we had a recruit come in, a transfer, Rafa Barrena, and he actually won the event as an individual, shot 67, won by 2 shots, our first event. And, everything was just kind of practicing to get to our fall preview. We went to a really good golf course at the Grande Club up in Michigan, and everybody had some good rounds there. At the Grande Club, it was kind of, I like to think of Brady's springboard. He played 2 mediocre rounds. The first couple rounds, he shot 80, 79, and he was playing poorly his third round, and he turned it around and shot 3 or 4 under his last 10 or 12 holes there to shoot 73, and then I think that was a big springboard going into our conference, because Brady ends up winning our conference. As a freshman, that was pretty special, and I think it was important for him to kind of, at the Grande Club, to play that last 10 or 12 holes as well as he did, to kind of give him the confidence going into conference. And so I was real proud of him at the Grande Club to stick with it. He could have easily thrown in the towel, and by not throwing in the towel, I think that helped him at conference. Just played spectacular and won our conference as an individual. And then our top 3 really at conference won us the fall conference. Cole didn't play very well the first round, but he had 72 in the second round. And then Rafa just played consistent all fall. He had 74, I believe. So our top 3 really won us for the fall conference there.
You mentioned those springboards. You mentioned all that perseverance and effort that got this team to first place. How do you think the spring season of 2020 is going to go?
Right now, we've got a recruit in a local, Jake Miller, and so we're trying to figure out where he's going to fit out on the team. He's going to be fighting for the top 5 right now, and so the team's going to have a little shakeup because there's going to be a lot of competition for our 5th spot right now, and so he's made it a lot more competitive, and so he's made our team stronger, and so we've got to see where that pans out here very soon. We'll know a lot more. Obviously, all this happens over the winter. It's not exactly golfing weather, and so we're going to find a lot more when we go to spring break and stuff like that. We're actually getting ready to go to Georgia for an event, but we're doing our best to just keep improving till we play our conference championship at the end of April.
Well, let's finally meet the team then to see who might be going to that conference championship in April.
Right.
Let's talk first about freshman Sam Roberts.
Sam Roberts. Sam is the epitome of being involved. He's an honor student. He is involved in everything. He played in, I believe, 3 or 4 events, 3 or 4 rounds, this fall. His low round was 79, but he did also play in his club championship here at the local course at Highland, and he shot 73, 74 to win his local club championship, which was pretty neat for him. So, obviously the talent's there. We just need to find a way to bring it out a little more often.
And he's also pretty good at pool, too. But
yes.
You get to see that firsthand with me, too.
Yep.
Let's talk about our next freshman on the team, Nolan Beam.
Nolan's from Newcastle. This is one of the kind of neat things is you can kind of tell who everybody loves on the team, and he's one of the guys that everybody loves on the team. Just everybody, he's just a great guy. He does great in the classroom. He played in the top 5 at least 2 events this spring. He's one of the guys fighting for one of the top 5 spots. Really kind of right there. He's a freshman, and one of the hard things for a freshman is you're going to play new golf courses. And, it's not like playing basketball in that the rim's always 10 feet high and it doesn't matter what gym you're playing in. Golf's different. It's a different shot each time, and there's just a comfort level in playing a course you play all the time. And so, that's one of the things he's going to have to adjust to, kind of like with Sam and all the freshmen, is just adjusting to different golf courses.
And another freshman on the team, too, is Brady Wheeler. How has he been?
Brady, can't say enough. I've already mentioned how he did in the fall. Won our fall conference, and that's, he basically won the tournament we got to play best at. So just hate to put any unwanted pressure on him, but, it's not really pressure if you've prepared yourself, so he'll do fine.
And then the final freshman on the team is Jake Miller.
Yeah, Jake just joined the team. Very, very happy to have Jake. Obviously, just a great player all through high school. And we just really got to see how things, he's made our team stronger that just, this semester. He just came in, he contacted me middle of November and was looking for a place to transfer to, and here he is.
So I guess it's a pretty good pickup then.
Yes, exactly. He won sectional. I do know he won sectional this past year at Forest Hills. He shot 71, and so he's a player.
Let's move over to the sophomores now. I think there are 3. Talk first about Caleb Cochran.
Caleb Cochran, he's getting better. He had some very bright spots this fall. Shot 73. He played as an individual at conference. Shot 73 the second round. I believe he had 80, 73. So we're just working on consistency with Caleb. The upside is there. The low scores are there as far as 18 holes. We just got to get an average there a little bit better. So we just got to work a little bit more on consistency with Caleb, but he's doing fine.
Now, there's another sophomore on the team that has the last name Cochran. It's Kyle Cochran. Are they related?
They are twins.
Nice.
Yes, they are twins. And Kyle, he working really hard. Kyle's been in our top 5 every tournament the last 2 years. Basically his freshman year and this year. And just working really hard to get Kyle to believe in himself. I mean, his upside is as much as anybody's. He's just a young man that just needs to realize how good he is. He had one really good tournament this fall. He shot 76, 72, in the Shawnee Invitational and finished 5th. And it was kind of funny. He got mad. He was expecting to eagle his last hole to shoot under par for the first time in an event. It's kind of hard to make eagles, but when you want something, he made an easy birdie and shot even par. So the drive is there, and when he gets it going, when he finds it, he's just improving, and it's really exciting for him.
And that's all you can really ask for, right?
Exactly.
And then the final sophomore in that category is Caleb Ball. Sorry.
Yes, you're good. Caleb's a great athlete. He didn't start playing golf till late, but he's doing fine. He works a lot with Quinn Griffling up in Fort Wayne, and on TrackMan and stuff like that, and he's doing real well.
I just got those names mixed up, Caleb and Kyle and
right.
all the Cochrans. Like, do you ever get any names mixed up when you're talking with the teammates?
It's funny you say that. We've Caleb Wallace, CW, and Caleb Cochran, CC. Mm-hmm. And so that's how we take care of that.
Right, well,
CC and CW.
That's a little bit better than what I did then.
Yep.
So now there are 2 juniors on the team. There's first Angel Del Valle.
Yep. Angel, he's doing great. Worked really hard on Angel to play a little bit more instinctively. He's kind of a thinker, and he likes to think. And we try to get him to react more and just play golf. Really smart kid, and trying to get him to just play instead of analyze everything. He's an analyzer, and the top side, he's had some really good tournaments the last 2 or 3 years, 2.5 years, and he'll be fine.
Let's move across the pond, so to speak, to Rafael Berrana.
Yeah, Rafa, he's fun. It was kind of, he contacted me in late June, and I got a hold of admissions, and they told me he had 3 days to get everything in if he wanted to have any chance of being accepted into IU East and to be able to come play golf. Well, he finally got here, missed the first 4 days of school, got here, doesn't do a practice round, goes into our first event, shoots 67 and wins it as an individual. Wins by 2 shots. So what I've learned about Rafa is he doesn't miss shots. He hits it as straight as about as anybody I've ever seen. And I've always been big, we live in a society in golf now where everybody wants to hit it so far, and Rafa hits it far enough, but he hits it so straight. And that's why he shoots the low numbers he does, and Rafa's a lot of fun.
Now, when he was in Mexico, did he actually play golf too? So it was
yes. That's
an
where he
easy
learned.
Transition over then.
Yeah. He and I think there's plenty of. When I talked to him, it's like I was just over break when I went and picked him up from the airport. When I was talking to him, he's got some guys his age he practices with when he goes home. And so, he goes down there and plays pretty much from daylight till dark each day. And he'll play with guys basically that has the same dreams as he does, comes play golf in the States. And it was neat to hear him say, there's a lot of young kids that's playing just as well as he is. He tells me 2 kids in high school right now that he's playing with right now are just as good, if not better, than he is. And so there's guys that can play everywhere.
That's pretty impressive.
Yes.
And then finally, the only senior on the team, Cole Schofield. First of all, what's it like to be the only senior on the golf team?
Cole, he's our captain, so he's the only senior. He's our captain, and he, as far as he goes, I don't know I don't know how he'd say being the only senior, but he's just been a fun guy to coach for all 4 years. There's always probably, I shouldn't say problems, but through 4 years, you're going to have ups and downs with everything, disagreements, and Cole's did everything right. He does really, really well in the classroom. His scores, I'm sure he would have liked to have played a little better as far as his scores, but he's gotten better each year. When he came out of high school, he probably averaged around 80 for 18 holes in high school, and now, I've seen a lot of under par 18-hole rounds here. He still shoots close to 80 on occasion, but as far as he's just gotten a lot better, and he'll do fine this spring.
Well, it should be a pretty good spring season for sure. But before we sign off, do you have any tips for players of golf that want to play in either a collegiate level or something even beyond that?
I would say just, find how you control the golf ball. Everybody, we live in a society right now is how far you can hit it. And I think Rafa does a great job of just disciplining yourself. You need to hit it a long way, but you have to find where your breaking point is. What is your breaking point? Just because you can hit it 300 yards, you can't hit 2 or 3 foul balls around. Rafa's found his breaking point, and he probably carries the ball about 255, 260. And in today's world, that's not very long, but the numbers tell the story. We're a numbers game, and he averages 73, and that's by far the best on our team. So you don't have to hit it. You don't have to carry it 280, 300 yards to average 73.
Well, hopefully the numbers are in the favor then. Yeah. But thank you so much, John, for being on the show, and good luck as the spring season comes up. Hopefully the weather works out, and hopefully it's another repeat championship season.
And we appreciate it. Thank you, Travis.
We'll have more interviews coming up. Don't go anywhere.